Hey everybody, this is David from ET Gaming, and today we got an awesome video for you guys that I'm super excited to share with you. Is farming for exotics, and this is a quite a bit updated version. I'm going to be showing you techniques that are older that still work, and also a brand new way that I think, in my mind, you don't have to do this strategy, but you are guaranteed an exotic weapon for every time you do this. So that would be the last thing that I have to say for the last strategy of this video. But let's go ahead and work on the first part here. So the first part is doing the weekly Nightfall Strike. And with this one, if you got 3 characters maxed up and you got a good team of 2 people helping you out, this will actually not be too hard to do depending on the strike. Some of them are really annoying, obviously, but anyway, going through that, there is a good chance that you get a drop for exotics. Also, you get etheric light drops, all this other kind of stuff, but our main focus is exotics. It is not a guarantee, though, sadly, of getting exotic armor or weapons. But hey, that's the risk of doing Nightfall and stuff. Everything's kind of like a risk and a chance of just getting lucky. So the next one would be the raids, doing the Vault of Glass or either Crota's End. Those two, I highly recommend you get a really good team or get in the clan, which is super awesome to do, by the way. I recently did that a couple weeks ago. Helps me get through my raids like crazy within like 20 minutes for like each raid. Like, it's super easy. Anyway, going forward from there, I highly recommend that you do the raids on hard mode. You have more of a chance to pick up exotics from that, either armor or exotic weapons. So yeah, that's that for you right there for raids. And the next one for farming, well, not really farming, actually purchasing, I might say, is from Zerg, obviously. And Zerg every week will have one exotic weapon, or I think it was always one exotic weapon. But anyway, having exotics and also exotic armor, you can always buy from him. Lately, Zerg's been having really crappy stuff lately and not been excited for. So that is a little bit of a downfall from Bungie, particularly, I think, I guess. But anyway, moving past that, no reason to cry. I'll be telling you my last strategy here. Yet again, I'm not forcing you to do the strategy. I say it is a little bit painful, but I think it is worth it in the long run. So if you're wanting exotic weapons, this is specifically for exotic weapons, not armor. Just take a note of that one right there. You can do the Prison of Elders on level 28. So don't get ahead of yourself here, okay? You have to make sure that you have not done the Prison of Elders on the characters. So say you have 3 characters and you've not done the Prison of Elders yet on 28. Go ahead and put your characters through it. As long as you have a treasure key for the big chest down below, you can go ahead and get yourself an exotic weapon every single time. Well, for your first time. After that, you won't get one every single time. You know what I mean? You have a very low chance to do that. But if you're doing it your first time, you're guaranteed one exotic from there. So, and you do that with each character. So that's 3 exotics right off the bat. So here's a suggestion that I do how to farm this method. I highly recommend if you got a 3rd character that you just don't really care for, and you're like, okay, I don't really need this character, but think of it in your mind as in you got your character leveled up to 34, which I do right now. I have a Titan, which I have leveled up to 34, and in this case, I really don't care, you know what I mean? I got my 2 hunters, which I highly enjoy using, and so I go ahead and do this. I go ahead and take all my stuff, put all my armor and stuff in a vault, and all the stuff I want to keep, and go ahead and dismantle that character, and go ahead and start from scratch with another character. Yes, this is my mind, like, you can go ahead and start from the beginning and do everything and get yourself to level 20, get that armor that you had, put it back on your character, get up to level 34, and go ahead and do the missions to get to the Prison of Elders, and you can do Prison of Elders on 28. You always, no matter what, if you finish all the missions to get to the Prison of Elders, you are guaranteed a key from the House of Judgment, by the way. In case if you're thinking, how do I get a key from this little thing? I don't have any more keys. You are guaranteed a key, by the way. So just a little pop in your head there for you. But anyway, you go and open the chest and you're going to get a guaranteed exotic weapon. So that's something to keep in mind there. And you're thinking in your mind, why would I want to go ahead and dismantle that? Well, yet again, you are guaranteed an exotic weapon, and that's a lot better than not getting a guarantee of an exotic weapon. So that's that fact for you right there. So thinking about having your character after you dismantle them, and you have to work up to level 20, I could personally get my character up to level 20 within about 12 hours or less, a little bit. I think max 12 hours. But if I have someone else helping me out, like a friend that's really high up there, like that's a 32 or 34, I can have them help me out through the missions, and I'll get the highest XP as possible through the story missions, and that will get me really up there really quickly. So that's something to keep in mind. So before you go ahead and start dismantling your character and all that kind of fun stuff, plan your characters, I think, which I'm going to do in a weekly basis. So once the weekly rotation actually comes out, what I would do the weekly nightfall strikes with all my characters without, maxed out level, without dismantling another character, you know what I mean? But with just maxed out level, I would go ahead and do the weekly nightfall. Then I go ahead and do the weekly heroic strikes. And then after I get that done with all my 3 characters, then I can move on to, say, if I want to really do the Prison of Elders or either also the raids. It's all up to you. I personally just keep my main focus on the Nightfall and the weekly heroic strikes just to get those strange coins. So the other ones are just up to you. I personally, for the Prison of Elders and the raids, I just use maybe my 2 characters. That's all I really need. I don't need too much from there. I just really want that guaranteed exotic. So after I go ahead and finish those main factors there, the Nightfall, weekly heroic strike, and maybe Prison of Elders if I feel like it, I go ahead and dismantle my character. Make sure I move all my stuff over, of course, because you don't want to delete your character with that armor that you worked really, really hard for. So yeah, and then go ahead, get your character up to level 20, put the armor on, get the missions done to get the Prison of Elders, do Prison of Elders on level 28, get that key, open up the big awesome chest there, and you're guaranteed an exotic every time. So I think you can do this definitely within a weekly period of time. In a timely manner, I think, if you really work at it. So yeah, guys, that is my strategy that I have for you guys. Let me know down in the comments and tell me what you think of this strategy, if it's something that you think is a good idea or a bad idea, you know what I mean? Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try and work on this one and see if it's actually really worth it. I personally really want a Gallahorn, and the exotic drops that I've been getting are actually been pretty good. Like my first character that I had, I got the Hawk Moon. Second one, I got the Dragon's Breath, and the third one, sadly, I got another Hawk Moon. You know what I mean? I'm not complaining that much, but these are exotics that I don't see very often, and I'm hoping to get more different kind of exotic drops. Like I've heard people that have actually gotten, for their first time of doing Prison of Elders, they gotten the Gallahorn, Icebreaker, and stuff like that. Really good exotics that I would love to have. So anyway, guys, that is it. Go ahead, give the comments down below, of course, what I said before. Tell me what you think. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, guys, for daily Destiny content, so you guys absolutely love it. I'm out here, guys. This is DVD from Me to Gaming. I'm out, boy.